I'm not wearing a belt, am I? No. Boo. Anyways. A young woman reclines on the cushions, a hook hose held delicately in one hand, eyes closed. She sings to herself. Her voice is soft and inviting. She doesn't move when she hears you approach, but slowly opens her eyes with a lazy smile. Okay.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilber.
Tell me about yourself.
It's futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words. How to capture their dreams, the desires of another, their feel and taste. But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. Trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure. My troupe were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences.
Bet he didn't do them. Bet it sounds like it sounds a pleasant life.
The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin. I found a more dependable application of my talents here. To touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up. Have you come to hear some verse?
How much for your time?
100 copper pans. A reasonable fee to experience the sublime words of Adir's greatest poets. Don't you think? Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet. Do you know Skilber? She wrote in the time before Adir's marriage to Kulkin, when the kingdom was fire bright and yearning for a purpose. Now, listen.
An exquisite poet. Oh, this shall be a rare treat.
Ship at dawn, its face pressed to the sea's slick lips. My sister and you. A sailor died in lantern light. The wind, my brother's fingers pulling at your hair. His breath hot and boastful, promising. I, a horizon whose borders your thumb has not traced in years. You, slack-jawed and groaning, your chin in the hard grip of longing, led stumbling through the waves. A pleasant diversion, yes?
Ahoy, Captain.
Visit me
if I could
anytime.
bend your ear a moment, I'll be aiming to thank you for bringing me aboard. You run a tight shop, and you ain't no terrible person either. It'd be a welcome change from the Gentleman of Leisure.
Yeah, tell me about the Gentleman of Leisure.
The Gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principe, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. It were 2 honors and a half to be chosen to join his crew.
I detect a button there.
Aye, you ain't wrong. Joining the Gentleman meant leaving the Sorcerer, leaving the only family I've ever known.
Why were you willing to leave the crew to join mine?
Don't sell yourself a Suole short, Cap, nor me neither. I know an opportunity when I bought it. I'd seen what there were to be seen upon the Gentleman, learn what ropes were to be learned. Methinks a watcher after a dead god'll thrust me into an whole new set of eye-openings. And believe you me, I do appreciate myself a good thrust.
Hey, look. Well, I'm glad you're with me.
I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. Malnage would have snatched it had I not found a perfect hiding spot.
So where did you hide
I
it?
know were I to tell you that, you mightn't want it no more. Just a jest, Cap. Nay, I tucked it away in my beard. Didn't wear braids back then, so my hair caught about everything from feathers to fish bones. Malnar shook me down for plunder after each raid. I figured out she wouldn't go nowhere near my beard. Said my face were like a saw rip fetish.
Why did Malnash treat you so badly?
Don't rightly know for sure, Cap. Thought at first she wanted me. Lasses be that way sometimes, treating you worse the more they fancy you. Given she tried to get me killed twice within our first fortnight together, I thought mayhap she were in deepest love.
Were you attracted, Malnash?
Didn't fancy her in the least. But a man has needs. And I figured at the time that she were as wet as any other lass. Figured I'd give her a whisper about what we might get down to in the old. Her answer were an unequivocal no, made with a sharpness. Might have been the closest I've ever been to death.
Well, thank you for the gift, Seraphin.
You be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for scent.
Sniper's Shackles. +1 Constitution, resistance to dexterity deflect. Oh, what is this? +1 Perception. I really like Perception. Maybe Eder. Oh, Bollocks. Actually, yes. Actually, yeah, that would be this would be a lot better on Aloth than it would be on her. So we'll give her just the normal intellect up.
I shall put it.
Oh, well, that's good.
Have you come to hear some verse?
What's your problem with Khan?
Oh, her. Yes, she is persistent, isn't she? She barged in and began asking me all sorts of inappropriate questions about my customers. She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room. I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious.
Khan's looking for someone named Oswald. Sound familiar?
I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now, please leave.
What if she's in danger? Don't you care about his well-being?
If you're a man named Oswald, and if that man was in danger, I would still decline to be involved. Now, is there something else? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now, please leave.
Oswald's run up a debt with the wrong folks. I can help him, but I need to know where he gone.
That explains quite a lot. Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran. He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key.
Thank you. Now, was that it was a bad thing for Shodi. Okay. And now... Oh no, not you. Analyst's key.
I'd prefer something with a little more. Stabbing.
Wait. Oh. This not okay. I put it down. I must leave this place in all haste. Gods protect me in flight. On the next and final page of the journal is the symbol of Wodaka, a broken crown crawled in deep red ink. Interesting. Oh, wrong button. Okay. Now, I found Oswald's journal and Analyst's armoire. Khan will want to read it. I can find her on the ground floor of the Wild Mare. From what I read in Oswald's journal, it appears someone's been following him for some time. Strangely, the final entry in the journal is just a drawing of Wodaka's broken crown symbol. Khan might know more.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
How much for your time?
300 copper. I know it's a bit more than most, but my service is like nothing you will find anywhere else in Nekataka.
Let's get to it then.
Very well. Remove your clothing and shut the door. You may leave.
Okay.
Easily done.
Well, that works out well. How long does that last? +1 dex, +1 might, +2 resolve. Probably the best stats for me. It's great. Hold on. This Queen's Birth. Oh. This is great. Only I get it. Bit unfortunate. Leave it. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. How much does that put me at? I'm good.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet?
Here's the journal. Khan flips through Oswald's journal, then stops and looks up at you. Eyes wide, someone has hastily scrawled the broken crown of the symbol of Wodaka across the page. Mutters to herself. She traces the symbol with her finger and frowns.
Oh, Oswald, you've really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodakins? You damned old fool. Where could they have taken him?
You must have sailed through half the Deadfire to get to Nekataka. Anything catch your eye?
Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay, bent over the bulwark, giving Andra a taste of my innards.
You and me.
I hate boats.
You and me both. Khan laughs a little, mostly to herself. She seems to only half hear you, her thoughts wandering elsewhere.
Damn, if only I could win our ship near
God,
Nekataka.
No!
The bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked.
Weird temple? Sign me up.
Go take a look then, and let me know what you find. With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
Alrighty then. And now for the final. Now for this one. Boom.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amigo.
A valiant sailor raises her tankard and arches her back to invite a torrent of ale down her expectant mouth. Holding this pose with nothing to show for it, she taps the tankard's base and furrows her brow at its apparent emptiness. Her companion shakes his head and focuses his attention elsewhere.
Madico, it is no wonder I thirst.
As she wipes her mouth with the back of her hand, her eyes widen to meet yours.
Why do you stare?
Your next grog is on me.
Grassima. Even in the oasis I am parched. If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
As the captain of the Defiance, I'm already taken.
Sientere, Frero. Next time around the wheel, perhaps.
You don't seem to be having as much fun as the rest of the clientele.
The fun ran dry with the coin. When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Radora.
Ah, well, unfortunately, Zamar sent me to collect your debt.
Merla, and he hired muscle. Sientere, but you are too late to collect.
She holds out her palms and flinches at the blow that doesn't come.
A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar.
Zamar is having some pirate trouble. Could this gang be connected?
If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, it is possible. Botzos will regret it when I turn my cannons to their mast.
Those the cannons you be waiting for Zamar to cast you? Because I'd be seeing more holes in that plan than in any Principe mast's future or no.
His green eyes pry at her from over crossed arms. Why don't you tell me what happened?
Wizard lights drew me like a moth to the alley north of the wild mare. And the blow to the back of the head that followed, Merlight hurt. Then a wolf sat on my chest while a group of thugs went through my pockets.
A wolf?
It growled like a thunderstorm and drooled on my uniform. I stumbled back here and traded all I had left for the comforts of the mare.
Cast a healing balm on Redora's head. She reflexively closes her eyes and sucks in her breath as light from your fingers touches her scalp. Redora reaches behind her ear, this time wearing a grin.
Perfetto. The gods smile on you.
No sooner does she say it than her own smile falters.
Complanca, but now I am sober again.
That sounds like my quarrel is with this gang. Farewell.
When you got their leader, tell them Radora sent you.
Well then. Guess we need to continue that one elsewhere. Okay. The northern alleys of Queen's Barath. Northern alleys, so like right up here probably.
Kneel before
Where is my
him and
Pastinago
wonder
over
at his
brother?
benevolence.
You there? Have you
Feel
seen
the
Laro
warmth of his
Badato?
radiant presence.
Magico. Where is that spoiled brat?
Are you all right?
I'm trying to be the responsible one in the family, and it's a heavy burden. Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Angbert would have tanned my hide.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide. The spirit magnet. Sientere, that I did not recognize you. If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other.
How can I help?
Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble.
Study her hands. Nera has been digging her nails into her ledger and leaving crescent moon-shaped impressions in the binding. She notices your interest and holds the book protectively close.
I'm concerned because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valero rats.
What do you mean by Valero rat?
The Valeras, a brood of sea vermin playing at nobility. We squabble and compete, but Laro, the Pastinago, takes it too far.
You aren't exactly tearing the district apart looking for him.
Of course, see, I only manage the family business. Better to ask why Laro isn't sprinting back to look after his birthright.
I'll take it your mother is someone important?
It's Sally Bardato. The Valiant Trading Company leans on her to finance their mission. If only more of her offspring were as accomplished.
As long as the Valiant Trading Company recognizes my usefulness, we can call it a deal.
Consider it done.
She flips open the ledger and hastily scribbles in a column, licking the nib of her quill.
Yeah.
Moderate positive reputation gained.
Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge. If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but I guess if it's on the way.
Okay. Works.
That's close enough.
Young girl narrows her eyes and reaches for a dagger tucked in her back pocket. Whoa there. No need for that.
Perfetto. Smarter than you look. Can't be too careful. Queen's Birth has an edge to her.
What's a kid like you doing in the streets of Nekatika?
Nasenale. I've never had a roof over my head longer than an evening. I guess cutting me loose was cheaper on my parents than a passage back to the Republics.
Rude!
Or a few bites of bitter squash.
You know anything about the local pirates hassling Zamar?
If they are the same ones who robbed Radora blind. The boss and his wolf sleep their fun off by day. But by night, he and his Botso friends keep to the alley giving out bruises for coin.
Huh, well, it's daytime now, so... Okay, assault in the wound. To find Laro. Nera mentioned Laro and his friends often caroused at the tavern, the southwestern bridge, and behind the district's waterfall. Behind the district's waterfall. Oh. Here? Ah. Oh.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about Luminous Adra.
A giant made of Luminous Adra.
All I know is that they're all at each other's throats up there.
Now, against backdrop, during use, a young woman raises her arms with an air of practiced drama. Before her, two men stand across from each other, mirroring scowls.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
The woman trails off as you approach, and you find yourself the sudden tug to the crowd's attention.
I did not send for anyone to preside over our contest.
No? You didn't hire a bodyguard, coward. We have business. What do you want?
I don't. I'm here to fetch Laro. Nira is looking for him. A few chuckles arise from the bystanders, and Laro's face flushes with embarrassment.
The family keeps you on a tight leash, Laro. Will getting impaled on a Valera blade prove something to them?
What's your words, Oaf? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on valiant terms.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valian way.
And how do your colonies fare, Adira?
Really? 3 would be. I suppose you have a good reason for this duel?
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
Alien Trading Company minor negative. They're gathering reinforcements to storm this position. They should be here any second. Oh God. Oh.
Miller, scatter!
Laro whistles to his attendants and they break apart in a disorganized exodus from the scene.
What? Where are you going, you stuffed shirt? Hey, wait!
Scramble to follow
This
suit.
isn't over, you coward! You can't hide behind your corrupt mother forever.
Minor negative reputation lost. Oh, wait, what? What level are you? I'm sorry, what? Oh God, almost everybody's ready to level up. Minor negative reputation lost.
Understood.
That was weird.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about Luminous Adra.
A giant made of Luminous Adra.
All I know is that they're all at each other's throats up there.
You both?
I did not know.
We have business. What do you want?
I don't want any trouble.
Ack, but you're a witness now. You can at least watch us bleed each other dry.
What's your words, Oaf?
My bad so to the tribals. We should...
Small wonder the...
And how do your colonies fare, Adira?
Suppose you have a good reason for this duel?
Street, that wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
Is this... Is this slight worth one of your lives?
Ack, this is but one chapter.
Arrogance. Per complancanet, you should thank me for my patience.
Does this have to be settled by death? Surely there are better alternatives.
Nothing less than the total disgrace of the Valeras would satisfy.
Then you will die unfulfilled.
Would your families approve of this?
My brother Martino would applaud if he knew.
My sister would not approve in the slightest, but this is my duty all the same. Miller! Scatter!
What? This isn't over, you cop!
Hold on. Hold on. I need to sign something real quick. Hold on. Need to check something. Need to check some reputation.